An exciting day indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Our first ride in our first 2025. No better way to start than the TRD Rally, the newest package available for the 2025 Tundra on SR5. Okay, folks, how are we today? I'm very excited about this one, not just because I get to drive the new 2025 Tundra, but I get to do it in a very unique way for you, the viewer. Every day I have the pleasure of driving a 2024 1794 TRD off-road. Now, if you don't know much about Tundra, the 1794 is one of the luxury trims of Tundra. Today we're in the TRD Rally, which is an SR5 package. So we stepped down a few trims lower than usual here. So we're going to talk about what you end up getting when it comes to the SR5 versus the 1794 over my next week with this vehicle that Toyota has graciously let me borrow for the week to tell you guys all about this truck. Now, TRD Rally package is new for 2025. They got rid of TRD Sport, which I guess wasn't selling as well as they hoped, and they added this TRD Rally package. Now, this is fairly similar to the TRD Off-Road that's available on SR5, but over the week, we're going to talk about some of the differences. To add the TRD Rally package to your SR5, it's going to cost you roughly around $8,600, $8,700. That's the add-on to the SR5, and it gives you some unique features, but it also gives you a lot of features that are similar to the SR5. The big difference being in the regular SR5, like TRD Off-Road package, you can add things like 14-inch screen, 8-inch screen, fabric seats, soft text, 5.5-foot bed, 6.5-foot bed. There's things you could do with the SR5 TRD off-road package. With TRD Rally, it comes one way, which we will go into major detail when we do our walk around. But the only way you could get this is 4x4 Crew Max with the 5.5-foot bed. It's the only way you could get it. It only comes in 4 colors. We are in the beautiful magnetic gray version of this truck today. It also comes in ice cap, celestial silver, and midnight black. That's the only way. So again, you get a lot of the TRD off-road feel, but you do get some unique features. These seats have a very faint Toyota heritage color pattern in them, which I love. You can't really see it unless you really give a good look at it. So that's a win, in my opinion, when it comes to this package for Toyota. It's not overdone. Now, when I was talking about owning the 1794 and driving this, why it's such a great thing for me personally and for you, the viewer, is stepping down into a lower trim like SR5 from 1794. I can tell you how close these trucks are when it comes to the feel, the features, everything like that. So for instance, with this truck right here, the sticker is roughly $63,000 in the one we're actually in right now. Some you'll go see on the lot and they add, side steps and all that crazy stuff that jack the price up. But this particular one we're in, which is fairly base for the TRD Rally, there's no crazy extras, there's no tonneau or anything like that, is about $63,000 on the sticker. My Tundra, my 1794, was $70,585. So we're going to see what the difference is for $7,000 as far as what you get. This doesn't have things like JBL. It doesn't have a pano roof. It doesn't have the acoustic laminated windshield, things like that. So we're going to see if the money and the value is really there when it comes to this truck. Now, one thing I say all the time about these new generation Toyota Tundras, and I could already feel it just by going around the block with it. This is the only ride I've taken with this truck. I always put my camera on right away so you could see every single feeling. I don't do any pre-rides or anything like that. The truck drives great. These new generation Tundras drive so good. It's always something that I can appreciate. We're out in the main road now, put our foot on the pedal, gets up to speed really nice, really comfortable. 10-speed automatic transmission, gets the job done every single time. So a very comfortable driving truck, even down in SR5. And that speaks volumes for the Toyota Tundra and Toyota in general. It's not like when you're down in SR5, the truck drives horrible. You have to go up into the high trims to get a good driving feel. That is not the case. This is super smooth, no brake dive. And being this is a 2025 Tundra, we know that the Tundra has had some growing pains in this new generation Tundra. So in my week with it, there's going to be things that I'm really looking forward to seeing how the truck is with. And I mean quality control. Are we hearing any creaks? Are we hearing any wind noise? I plan to take this truck to my dealership walks, which are usually fairly far away, so it will spend some time on the highway. Does it feel tighter as far as some of the other quality control things people were talking about? Overall, this is the fourth model year now, right? So 22, 23, 24, 25. So as far as the Toyota Tundra goes, this thing should be buttoned up by this point. So we're going to find out in this week what it's all about with the 2025 Tundra. As far as this particular truck, what's new for 2025 other than the TRD Rally? There's not much, but there is one thing, a power up down tailgate, which is optional on SR5. That is only in the higher end SR5s. And good news, the TRD Rally is a higher end SR5. So we're going to check that out. You can let me know in the comments below if that's something that you think is a must have or pointless. I hear both opinions on that, so I always like to hear what you guys think. When it comes to the features that you get in the 1794 that I drive every day, compared to this while driving down the road at 55 miles an hour, it's still very comfortable in the cab. It seems very quiet in the cab as per right now. I do hear the tires a little bit, but let's not forget, this TRD Rally comes with an 18-inch wheel and tire package versus if you go into, say, TRD Off-Road in Limited and up, you get that 20-inch wheel and tire package. Some dealerships will outfit their TRD Off-Roads in SR5 with that 20-inch TRD wheel. But if you just get it the way it comes in SR5, TRD Off-Road comes with this same 18-inch wheel and tire package. The difference between TRD Off-Road SR5 wheel and the wheel that's on this TRD Rally is just the center cap. That's it. So it definitely is a lot louder as far as the tire goes versus the 20-inch wheel and tire package. So that's something to keep in mind. But it does seem nice and quiet in here, and I genuinely like that. It's kind of weird not having a pano roof. I'm used to that at this point. Don't forget, we have a black interior as far as the headliner goes. In 2025, Toyota changed all of the Tundra headliners to black. So there's no more gray headliners, and that's SR all the way up through the range. No more gray headliners, black headliners. And that's something I think needed to happen as far as the look goes. It just ties everything together with this interior. Being this is TRD Rally, what makes it different from TRD Off-Road and SR5? Small little things. You still get the 18-inch wheel and tire package that we just spoke of, has the different center cap. You're going to see the Toyota Heritage colors in spots all over the truck, outside and inside. Still has the Bilstein suspension. It has on the inside some unique features as far as the TRD Heritage colors here and there, especially the Softex seats, that design. But it also has some aspects of the TRD Pro, which may shock you. Number one, the steering wheel is a TRD Pro steering wheel with the red center line. It has the TRD Pro TRD shifter. It also has the TRD Pro dual tip exhaust on it. So just some small little things here and there. So when you're talking SR5, this is going to be your higher range of trim, being at $63-ish thousand. This package, once again, is about $8,700. And it adds some unique features. Some people are going to like it, some people won't. When we do the walk around, I'll show you some things I like and dislike about it on the outside. One thing that's cool is if you go SR5 TRD Off-Road, it puts chrome accenting on the truck. The rear bumper becomes chrome. The grille surround becomes chrome. But being this is regular SR5, everything's already body color on a regular SR5. So you don't have any chrome on the outside of the body. It just adds a few areas, decals I should say, of that TRD special color pattern that they have, which is yellow, orange, and red. Ivan, Iron Man, Stewart level stuff on this truck right here. So I guess the overall question for you, the viewer, do you think there is room in the Toyota Tundra lineup, especially SR5, for the TRD Rally? Or is it just too close to the TRD Off-Road? That's one thing we're going to figure out as we drive this truck this week. But as far as the actual first drive, very excited to be behind the wheel of this. And I got to say, right now, this thing is just as comfortable as my 1794. One thing I always like to tell you guys is, that's why I go to the dealership lots. Study up on your Tundras, because back in the second generation of Toyota Tundra, there wasn't a lot of packaging. The truck kind of came one way. If you added the TRD Off-Road, you got ABC. If you had a TRD Sport, you got ABC, and there's small things you could do here and there. In the new generation Tundra, There's so many different ways you could build this truck up, okay? So learning about the packages, learning about the must-haves for you, that's why we do the dealership walk videos. And I'm very shocked at how good this truck drives being in a $70,000 1794. This thing feels absolutely great, absolutely comfortable. So first drive is a good drive. Magnetic gray TRD Rally. Tomorrow we are going to go and do the walk around of the truck, and I'll show you all the fine details of not just the TRD Rally, but this being our first 2025 Toyota Tundra. And through the week, we're going to see if the quality control stuff got better. As far as some of my complaints in my 2024 1794, we're going to enjoy our time with this truck. I look forward to it very much. Some people will ask, what does this truck tow? This truck can tow right around 11,000 pounds, so perfect for smaller RV, maybe a boat, depending on what you want to do with your truck. Once again, this only comes with the 5.5-foot bed with the TRD Rally package. Now, as far as the interior goes, it's very comfortable, just like all the Tundras have been since 2022. Everything is very easy to use. It's a very basic interior. 14-inch screen is fantastic, especially if you're somebody who goes on a lot of long trips and you use navigation. Very clear to see, very easy to hit buttons without even looking, keeping your attention on the road. Now, being this is an SR5, it doesn't have the digital gauge cluster. This has the standard gauge cluster that comes in SR5. When you go up to limited, you get into the digital gauge cluster land, but this does the job just fine. You got that center information screen here, but overall, you got a nice clear shot with the windshield. Your mirrors are gigantic like they've always been with the Toyota Tundra. Even in the last generation, they've always had great mirrors. This has blind spot monitoring, parking sensors. You could hit the view button here on the big screen and see all of the different options. When you're driving, you could see inside the bed to make sure your cargo is still secured nicely. Nice comfortable ride, nice clean layout as you can see, nice big windshield to see everything in front of you. It's not the most loaded up Tundra of all time, but it definitely gives you all of the stuff you need to get down the road safely and comfortably.